Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. All right, so today we are going to be starting a series. This is episode 1 of the interview series where I interview veterans on how life has been since they got out. Oh my God, why is it not focusing? There we go. How life had been since they got out. How did they get out, their story, all those good things. So today we are gonna be interviewing one of my good friends, Myracal. She's an Air Force veteran too. It's been a couple years since I separated active duty. So she's gonna, kind of spin us up on the separation process, things to look out for, and just tips in general, and talk about her career herself. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, keep on watching. All right, bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have my very good friend, Myracal. Myracal was in the Air Force for 9 years and one day.
One day. That one day counts.
That one day counts.
Yes.
She is a mom of 2, yes. A wife.
Yes.
And she just separated about 4 months ago, right?
Yes.
Okay, she separated about 4 months ago, and she's looking to pursue her nursing degree. So today we're gonna get a little deep into exactly what she's got going on, how life has been since she separated from active duty, and yeah, let's just see how things are. All right. Okay, so what was your actual separation date?
January 6th, 2025.
That's the day we came in.
Right? No, it's the day after that one day.
Oh, January 5th. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep, we joined January 5th, 2016, and then I got out January 6th, 2025. So I did 9 years.
That is crazy.
And one day.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so now that you're out, I know it's only been 4 months.
Yeah.
But how, do you feel weird?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And I told my daughter, I was like, Mommy doesn't have a job. And she was like, she don't know I have an income, obviously, but I don't have a job. And I've never not had a job. I actually told my husband, I was like, this is so interesting. But I only don't have a job because we're transitioning to Texas and all that stuff. So, yeah, but it's interesting for sure.
Yeah. Okay, wait, so how old were you when you joined?
I just did the math the other day. I was 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was 21. And my birthday's in March. So when we joined in January, I was 21.
Oh, shoot.
And I turned 22 on the first day of tech school.
Oh my God.
Yeah, March 8th. And then tech school started March 9th. So the day before our first day of tech school.
Okay.
I was a grad holdover and didn't even leave for my first duty station until July.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so where was your first base? I know it's overseas.
Yeah, Turkey.
Your first base was Turkey? You know what's crazy? Yeah. So I just met a girl whose first base was Turkey, and I was like, the fact that that's your first base is crazy
diabolical
to me.
It was actually, that's what I'm saying. It was actually a coup going on. They were overthrowing the government. And I was like, I'm gonna get to my first base and die.
No, for real, that's crazy. What?
Yeah, my orders
You're gonna get off the plane and
my orders changed 4 times.
What?
Yes,
okay.
because they weren't allowing anybody into the country, let alone onto the base. Okay. We weren't allowed to leave the base.
Okay.
That's why how people do Korea, how it's real quick in and out. Girl, Turkey was kind of like that, except you couldn't. Imagine being stuck on Nellis and you can't leave at all. Yeah. All you can do is party at the little club, party, drink, and gym, and take classes and go to work.
That's crazy. Yeah. And you were there for a year.
15 months.
Yeah.
So I got there in July. Everybody that got there August and on got moved to a year. However, we had to do 15 months. We're like, can you change ours too?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so being in Turkey, right?
Yeah.
As your first base and being security forces,
Yeah.
because you did cross train, which we're gonna get into in a little bit. But how was being security forces in Turkey, especially with overthrowing the government and all this stuff going on? What the hell? I feel talk about OJT. Yeah.
It was so crazy. With it being my first base, it was also it was new. So it was cool, but then it was okay, wait a minute, You know how we be like, I'm in the Air Force. It's like what y'all think we doing and what we really do.
Yeah. Eat Cheetos in the truck.
So it was kind of like that. Like,
yeah.
I'm in the military and I'm new and I'm learning, but like, wait, there's real shit going on here? Oh, that's crazy. So for security forces, we have like, it's called guard mount. Basically, it's like morning huddle.
Okay.
Everybody gets in today. This is what we're gonna do today. These are our objectives. Make sure you're doing your patrols. Girl, we had like, bio briefs. It was actually quite terrifying. Like I said, they were trying to overthrow the government. Like, they lost power. So that's why my orders kept getting changed, because they weren't allowing people in.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was diabolical.
Jeez.
Would I go back? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah, because now you can leave base. Like, you can do the little ITT trips.
Wait, so was there a point where you ended up like going off base? Oh, never?
Never.
Oh, no.
Never. We were never allowed to leave. And you know what's crazy? When the coup started, they expedited all the families out.
Oh, wow.
So when we got there were like toys and like kid stuff, like, and then the BX, like, it was actually really sad, because there were people who had gotten stationed there for 2 years because they had their families with them. Imagine like them having to come and get, like, my husband is active and I'm not, but we're stationed in Turkey and the world is going crazy, and they come and say, your wife and kids have to leave. And so Daniel's just here with this big old house that's empty. And we took all of our necessities.
Right.
When I had first gotten there, they took all the kids' stuff out. Everything was like military.
Really?
Yeah, like bathing suit. Like, they took all the fun stuff. Like, we don't have kids anymore, so they took all the toys. Like, the BX was like...
What did they do with that stuff? Like, I'm curious.
They probably took it to Germany, honestly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Damn.
But I didn't know any different, so it was like, this is my first base. The world's going to end, and this is my first base. Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like the fact that was your first base, that was your experience, then you went to Germany after.
I went to England.
You went to England.
Lincoln Heath, yeah.
Girl, how is that? Okay, so like the transition from like God to like...
Yes, it was like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be.
Right, yeah. It's like, oh, this is the Air Force.
Yeah, like, oh, welcome to the Air Force. Okay, this is great. I can do this.
Yeah, okay. And then how long were you in Lincoln Heath for?
3 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, I was originally 2 years. But when you get married and command sponsor your kids, you have to do a minimum of 3 years.
That's wild.
So I met my husband there.
In Lincoln Heath?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had our daughter there. Okay. And of course, our daughter went on like my orders and stuff. So
got you. Okay.
Yeah, we had to do a year. And then when because we were both separate, because we met there.
Okay.
So he got there in like September. I got there in October.
Okay.
We met in December.
Okay.
And then we had our daughter the next year.
Okay.
And so his 2 years is now up, and he's got orders to Eglin. But my 2 years had to add a year because we had our daughter. Oh. So it was either him go to Eglin and leave us in England for a year and then we follow him, or he deny his orders, extend a year so that we can stay together. Okay. So that's what we ended up doing. Okay. Because he had orders, I didn't.
Right, right, okay.
Yeah.
Eglin's in Florida.
Yeah.
Right? Did he want to go to Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We still are trying to get to Eglin.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you never know.
No.
So is he doing his 20? Do you know, or he don't know yet?
He don't know yet, girl. He trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
he's trying to
that's
figure
what we
it
all,
out.
girl. We all trying to figure it out.
No, honestly. And I told him, I was like, you know, it's actually almost, he just re-enlisted. He just re-enlisted so that we could get our BOP. Okay. We actually wanted to go to Charleston, but we're going to San Antonio. So that's fine. That's fine. Okay. We're going to Lackland, but he actually should be getting out in like, I want to say this upcoming September.
Oh, shoot.
I think September 26th. Excuse me, next year.
Okay,
I believe so.
Okay.
But I just got out. Right. And we both can't be in transitional periods. Yeah. We have 2 kids.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I told him, I said, you just did an extra 5 years.
Yeah.
And I promise to get us together, get myself together. Yeah. So that when your 5 years is up, I've gone and got my nursing degree. Right. I'm settled. Like, say it takes me 2.5 years, 2 years. Yeah. To get my nursing degree. Well, now I've been a nurse for 3 years now. Like, it's been 5 years. We're great. Now, if you want to get out, I can hold us down. Right. While you go through your transitional period.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of, family, getting out and everything like that, the fact that you have a family, did that change or alter your decision in getting out at all, or what? Like, how did it, did it impact your decision at all?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because on one hand, I got out because I do have a family.
Okay.
And then on another hand, the way I did it is because I have a family.
Okay.
So like, most people stay in because they have a family.
Right.
Which I did. I was supposed to get out February 4th, 2024.
Okay.
But I found out I was pregnant in like August.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know about y'all, but you don't quit your job when you're about to have a baby.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I mean, quitting my job with me, myself, and I was stressful enough. So I can't even imagine like trying to quit your job having a child.
You're pregnant and you're literally about to go say, hey, I don't want to work anymore. Like, no.
Yeah.
This is your time to grind. Those 9 months are your time to grind so that when you do have this baby, you're ready. So this is interesting.
Oh my God. Okay.
I was supposed to get out in February.
Okay.
But I think I started TAPS. I started TAPS in like May, June timeframe because I knew I was getting out in February.
Okay.
Well, so I've done a couple of my TAPS courses, and TAPS, I don't know if you guys know, but TAPS is Transition Assistance Program.
Transition Assistance Program.
And it kind of shows you, it like prepares you like, oh, if you're getting out, then you can, if you want to be an entrepreneur, here are some entrepreneur tips and classes and stuff like that.
They have like workshops and stuff. Like
exactly.
They have a labor one. So if you, you
want to get a job, here's ways to write your resume, chat GPT, like stuff like that. So I started that. I started TAPS May and June and July. And then I found out in August that I was pregnant. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, shoot.
I would be giving birth. I was supposed to give birth in April.
Okay.
And
oh, shoot. So, yeah.
I was supposed to give birth in April. And I would have just gotten out in February. So I'm like, wait a minute. I think I need to extend.
Okay.
I think I need to extend.
Okay.
Because I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, now I'm going to get out pregnant. I'm not going to start classes. I'm not going to get a job. I'm not going to apply for a job because I'm 9 months pregnant. They're not going to hire me because I'm 9 months pregnant.
Right.
I'm not going to start school because I'm 9 months pregnant. So it was just like, you know what?
Just didn't make
Let's
sense.
just pause.
Yeah.
So I extended a year.
Okay.
I extended a year.
Now, question so the extension, right? Because I know that there's certain types of extensions you can get. Now, is there an extension for having a child, or there is? Okay. I didn't know that.
I was a 6 year. I never re-enlisted. I did 9 years in one day. But I just kept extending my same 6 year contract.
So that's one thing too. Like I try to tell everyone, extend. Like don't re-enlist until you absolutely have to, because you remain a first term airman.
Yes, and there are certain benefits that you are entitled to when you're an FTA.
So okay, that's good to know, because you know what? I did extend. The type of extension was a personal reason. And I was like, okay,
personal
shoot, and I did that. But I didn't know, I've never had a kid, so I didn't know that there's one for having a child.
And there is a maximum of how long. You can only extend a max of 3 years, 36 months.
Right.
Because once you hit 36, you have to re-enlist. But yes, so I ended up extending, and I extended it from February 4th, 2024 to February 4th, 2025. And that was because in my head, I was like, all right, I'm pregnant. I'm giving birth in April, but I get 5 months maternity leave.
Wow.
And because that's what it is. Like you get your convalescent leave and then you get your maternity leave.
Okay.
Convalescent is like to recover from the childbirth. And convalescent leave is up to your doctor. So I ended up getting, don't catch me lying. I ended up getting, I want to say 8 weeks con leave. For my childbirthing experience. And then I got 12 weeks
maternity.
12 weeks maternity.
Wow, okay. Damn, so then where did that put you to?
Oh, that's my favorite part of this story. Okay, so that's why. So that's why. I did the math and everything and was like, okay, if I do this, and this, I get this much time. So I'm only gonna work like a month. And that's exactly what happened. So I was supposed to get out in February.
Yes.
I extended a year. So now I give birth in April, right? So I worked January, February, March, gave birth in April.
Okay.
I was on maternity leave April 10th, all the way April, May, June, July, August.
Yeah. Okay.
I went back to work in September, had surgery in October,
Okay.
started terminal in November.
Wow.
And then got out in January.
Crazy.
Yeah, so I only worked. And so when I gave birth, I ended up hemorrhaging. And when they removed my placenta, when they delivered my placenta, my uterus was still bleeding. So they had to like pack me up with like gauze, wheel me down. My baby is upstairs, like 2 hours old. And they packed me up with gauze, wheeled me downstairs, and had to do a quick surgery, which was basically like removing the blood flow to my uterus, because you have so many vessels and like arteries in your uterus that like when it's bleeding, they don't know which one is bleeding. So they kind of just like cauterized all of them, kind of like burned them off.
Okay.
But the blood flow will return in like 6 to 8 weeks. So I was fine after that. But
Thank God.
after 6 to 8 weeks, I continued to bleed again.
Oh no.
So I ended up having a hysterectomy in October.
Okay.
And with that surgery, I got 30 days con leave.
Okay.
So that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why. Because I was supposed to start my terminal in November. But I actually had my con leave from my surgery ran into it overlapped my terminal.
Okay.
So technically, I only worked January, February, March, gave birth in April. I was off April, May, June, July, August. I came back in September.
Yeah.
And I got scheduled for the surgery back in like July.
Okay.
So originally, I thought I was going to have a hysterectomy and then go back to work.
Okay.
It wasn't until my pre-op, which was like 2 weeks before the surgery, it wasn't until my pre-op that they told me I got 30 days con leave. I said, excuse me, what?
Right.
He said,
You're like, oh my
yeah, my surgery was October 9th. And I was like, okay, so how many days? Like, do I get 2 weeks? Whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, no, you get 30 days. I said 30 days. He said, yeah.
Okay.
I said, so October 9th to November 9th, my terminal was supposed to start November 5th.
I
said,
no, you're not going back.
God is on my side.
Like that was it.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So,
oh my gosh.
when I went in September, so then I found this out like October 1st.
This is so interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like invested.
Yeah. So let's say it's into September because my surgery is October 9th.
Okay.
And pre-op surgery is like, I want to say 2 weeks before that.
Okay.
So let me put this into perspective for you. 2 weeks before my surgery, I find out that I'm never going back to work because my con leave is going to overlap my terminal.
Right.
Well, what do you have to do when you're about to get out? You have to out-process.
That was my next question. When the hell did you out-process? Like,
I technically, and I didn't even have orders yet.
Okay.
So,
you must have been overwhelmed.
I was.
Because it sounds
Thank
overwhelmed.
God I'm on anxiety medication.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it just sounds like a lot. I mean,
out-processing itself is a lot.
Yeah. And so, like, the fact you're doing it's you. I mean, you already have a kid, you know, and a husband.
2 kids at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
So now it's
I have a newborn at this point.
Yeah. And then you got to, like, figure all this out.
So I knew I was going to have the surgery. But like I said, it wasn't, and it could be my fault that I didn't find out what my con leave was going to be, if I was going to have con leave. I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay.
It wasn't until 2 weeks before the surgery that I found that out. But that also means that I have to out-process and final out before my surgery.
Oh my God.
Yes. So at this point, I want to say I had like 11 days. And that's not including weekends.
Okay.
Because, so I had like 11 days to out-process with no orders. I had no orders.
Interesting. How?
How did I not have orders? Because I wasn't supposed to get out till February at this point.
Okay.
I wasn't supposed to get out till February. So technically, I'm like 6 months out. You know?
Yeah, right. And terminal's never that long. Like,
Never that long.
Yeah.
And I had so much leave.
Oh,
I had so much leave.
Okay.
I had 67 days of leave.
Damn.
So my terminal was, and then on top of that, it just keeps getting
and that's the thing. And I would say too, like, when people are separating, definitely like save up some leave for sure. Like, I mean, I ended up doing SkillBridge, so it definitely, it saved me, but like save your leave.
Yeah.
For sure. Cause I mean, you just don't know what's going to happen.
You don't. And it's crazy because I was going to SkillBridge.
Okay.
But I had so much leave, I would have been out a year. I had no time.
Okay.
Like, it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm in a SkillBridge, so that's 6 months. But then I have 67 days of leave. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
I would get out tomorrow. I had so much leave. So I didn't even SkillBridge because I just had too much time.
Yeah, and I think like something to keep in mind is even though you can plan ahead as much as you can, but it is good to try to plan like 2 years out, whatever, to do that math. Like, okay, if I'm going to do SkillBridge 6 months, how many days I'm going to have this many, like, because because the thing is, like, if you're realizing, oh my God, if I do SkillBridge and take leave, and I get out tomorrow, well, you're not doing SkillBridge because you got to get approved and all that stuff. Which, for those that don't know, SkillBridge is a program that the commander authorizes for you to do an internship with a civilian company. So that way when you get out, you can have a job. Yeah. So it's not promised, but the commander has to approve of it, and then you're good to go. Like
it's
I said,
a really good resource for sure.
I did it, and it was great.
Yeah. And you're still getting paid as if you're going to work every day.
Yes.
Which you are, but technically you're going to
a different job.
A civilian job. You're training with them, but you're still getting paid because you're still active duty military.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. It's diabolical.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
So I ended up, I did end up getting out processed, but when they finally gave me my orders, it was the wrong day. I finally got orders, and it was like a Thursday, and I needed to out process on Friday because my surgery was like Wednesday or something like that. So when I got orders on Friday, it said January 5th 2024 instead of January 6th. Actually, it said January 6th, 2024 instead of 2025. And at this point, so also at this point, so at this point, I also had done a voluntary separation. A voluntary separation is like where you just decide, you know what, I want to get out. And it can get approved because I just had a baby. So I did voluntary separation under the pregnancy / childbirth rule, and they have to approve it. But I was already getting out in February. But remember I said that like I had so much leave. I had just been off for 5 months for maternity leave. So I had leave because I hadn't taken my leave. Your maternity leave is not coming from your leave balance.
That's a good point.
So I had 67 days of my personal leave.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, of my personal leave, but I had just gotten back to work from 5.5 months off of maternity leave. So I say all that to say, I got back to work and was like, I don't want to do this no more. Yes.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Yes. So I applied, and I was like, I took my baby to school, to daycare on the first day, and was like, I'm never doing this again. I'm getting out because I don't want to drop him off. I didn't. So I applied to voluntarily separate a month earlier than I was supposed to. So instead of me doing February 5th, remember I was supposed to be February, I moved it to January. And that's when I did the math and decided I have to hit at least 9 years. So I did 9 years and one day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's my experience. It was absolutely crazy. I honestly think it was nothing but like the grace of God and my leadership, because when I found that I was pregnant in August, I actually started a new job in November as the commander's secretary. So now I'm working with my commander, my chief, my first shirt, all my senior enlisted leaders, you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting things signed. Like, I was the secretary. So you send up a package, I'm the one getting it all together to give to her so that she can sign it. So I was super blessed in that aspect of like working hand in hand with my commander and my chief and my SHER and all my senior enlisted leaders. So that was fun. And I worked with them from November until I gave birth in April.
That's
so that was great. And then when I did return, because I worked in the clinic, when I did return to work, they were like, let us know if you need anything. Like,
that's awesome.
Are you going back to the work? Are you going back to the clinic? Are you coming back up here? I'm like, honestly, I have a month. I'm probably going to be out processing.
Yeah.
So it was a lot, but I do think that plan as much as you can.
Yeah.
But also plan for none of your plans to work.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
because I had that experience too, where it doesn't matter how much you plan.
Yeah.
Life will happen
Yes.
and things will go completely
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. But if you thought about it, I was ready for it. I wasn't expecting it, but I was ready for it.
Yeah,
It couldn't be perfect.
Yeah.
Something had to happen.
Right.
But you never know what's going to happen, but something's always going to.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
just expect to add a little saison onto it. Yeah.
Get a little razzle.
Yeah, just a little razzle dazzle, you know, for the plot.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to just pause.
Yeah.
Because your situation is so unique, just like your whole career.
Yes.
Because you started at Security Forces.
Yes.
And then, you mentioned you ended up medical.
Yes.
How did that even happen? Because you know what? I meet a lot of people who are scared to cross train.
Yes.
They don't even want to try it. Because,
Yes.
you just hear it's hard as hell to do
Yes.
it. And people just don't. So, like, how was that whole process with you? What made you want to leave your first job? Which, I have an idea why, but just so people could know.
So, Security Forces is military police, military law enforcement.
Yeah.
And this was 2021. I was Security Forces 2016 to 2021.
Okay.
So just think about the state of the world.
Yeah,
You have
right.
George
There's a lot
Floyd.
going
You have
on,
so
yeah.
much. You have Sandra Bland. Like there's so many
much going on.
things.
Right.
I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I did not want to be security forces. I didn't want to be a law enforcement. I didn't want to be a cop. I didn't want to be criminal investigation. I didn't want to be CIA. I didn't want to do anything law enforcement.
Right.
Cops were ops where I come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we don't
Right.
mess with the popo. So like, and I was a popo. Oh my
Right.
God. Yeah, I did my job, but you would do this too for a check. Anyway, I did my job, and when I finally got the, I met the requirements because I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you your retrain window varies based on if you're a 4-year or a 6-year.
Okay. Oh yeah.
It
you're right,
varies
does.
based on if you have an assignment, if you're coded. Like there's so many different things that have to line up.
Okay.
Time and grade, time and service, like a bunch of hoopla.
I think that's
honestly.
why a lot of people are like, no, I'm
They
not
don't
even
do
gonna
it.
do it.
Yeah, because you may meet these 3, but you didn't meet that one. So
Okay.
it kind of sucks. But then also, I feel like my biggest problem was that nobody knew.
how to do it.
Nobody knew how to do it. I would ask people, I would ask career assistance advisors.
And they didn't know?
They didn't know.
Really?
And it was like,
That's interesting.
okay, so I'm asking, everybody says ask, ask, ask. But when I'm asking the people that should know, the leadership, the senior enlisted people, the people who have been in 10 years, 20 years, and you guys don't know?
Right.
See,
Yeah,
now
that's
I feel like
interesting.
I need to find out so I can become the SME.
Yeah. Right.
And that's exactly what I did.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
like that.
talked to the career assistance advisor,
Okay.
and she was like, "This is going to be your window."
Okay.
And every time I talked to a different one, I had a different window.
Window?
So
Oh
like if
my
I talk to you, it's like January to November. But then if I talk to you, it's like March to October.
Oh, gosh.
Like it was just
That's just
so
too much, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I have a good gauge of time.
Okay.
And I basically did my research to see what jobs I would want. I learned how to go on to, at the time it was MyPers.
Okay.
MyPers is gone. I don't know what
It's
it
like
is
I think it's
now.
like Marketplace or something
Okay,
like
yeah,
that for like
something
new
like
jobs and stuff.
Girl, I
something
don't
like
know.
girl, I don't even know.
This is like I said, 2019, 20.
Yeah,
this
there's
is
so much
2020,
change.
2021. So,
Yeah, okay.
I at that point had done my research to figure out what kind of job I wanted to do. I also did my research as in talking to people. Like, what do you do? Do you like your job?
Right.
What is the civilian equivalent to your job?
Okay.
I knew
That's
I didn't want to
important.
be a cop.
Yeah. Right.
And everybody knows in the Air Force, security forces, maintenance, and with maintenance, there's so many different branches of
many,
maintenance. Like you got weapons, you
Yeah.
got crew chiefs, you got bombers, you got boomers.
yeah,
I
there's
don't
like-
even know what a boomer is. But like
Yeah,
there's
there's
so
a
many
lot.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot.
So, but sometimes my job may look cool to you and I hate it.
Yeah,
So that's why it's
exactly.
important to talk to somebody who works that job every day.
Definitely, for
So,
sure, yeah.
I actually talked to Thomas.
Oh,
you remember
yeah,
Thomas?
I do.
I talked to Thomas because she's a
She was
4N.
medical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
talked to her and I was like, do you like your job? And what is the civilian equivalent? Like, and basically it's like an LPN, EMT, medical assistant. And I was like, I could do that.
Yeah,
I could do that.
Okay.
And another thing, I was like, when I see myself, say I do 20, I'm not doing 20 at Security Forces. I won't make it.
Yeah.
I won't make it because Security Forces is a certain kind of job that appeals to a certain type of man.
I was gonna
clock it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely for a certain type
for sure. Of person.
Yeah,
and there are a lot of us that do it, and we make it work because, you know, we're in those spaces, and it's important for us to be in those spaces.
Yeah,
but there is a certain aesthetic of who that job appeals to.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So I knew that I, as a woman, and as a black woman, I didn't want to do that.
I was gonna say, I also feel like, you know, sticking in that job, you're trying. It's like when you're trying to put a triangle into a circle. Yeah. You know, it's like you're trying constantly to fit in, and you may, you're never really there. You know, but you're trying to convince yourself you are because you're like, I gotta make the 20 kind of thing. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what it was. And as a woman, like I said, and as a black woman in a predominantly white male career field, I had to be a source of strength. I had to be a source of strength for not only myself, for other women, and also for other black women, younger black airmen. So like, I always joke that I become the mama bear every place I go. Personal and professional social circles. I always find myself being like a leader, a form of like, just, I'm always got somebody under my wing.
Like that go-to person, you know, a mentor at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it was
I can
also,
see that.
And
you have that personality.
Yeah. And it was also because we don't fit here, but we're going to make it. Yeah. And it's interesting because they don't want us here, but they can't kick us out. They can't. So we have to be the best because not only are we women, but we're also black women. Yeah. And they're already coming for us. So we have to be the best. And so when I met, when I had younger airmen, because there may be 30 people on flight, there are probably 9 girls. And honestly, 6 of us are probably black.
Yeah. So it's like the number goes down because then it's like, you know, you have people, right? And then you have men, and then it's women, and then it's, you know, black women
or of
Spanish,
color.
You know, and it's just
absolutely, and it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Smaller and smaller, yeah.
So I took on that responsibility of like, you know what? We're already women, and they don't want us here, and they don't think that we're supposed to be here, and because we're women, we're less than. So we got to be the best. Yeah. And so we were the best, and I would keep everybody. We would hold each other accountable, but I would hold all of us girls accountable.
Yeah, it's like so important to have someone like that. You know, it's just. I mean, military in general, it's just hard, you know, but it's like when you walk into that room and you're seeing you're the only one, it's like,
it's hard.
Yeah, you know,
but it automatically makes you, it gives you, like, you already become defensive. Yeah. Because you already think I can't do it because I'm a girl, but I can totally do it. And I could probably do it better than you. Right. Because I had to train like that. Yeah. Well,
I like that you brought that up because it's so common, you know, and there's just so many issues in the military. Like
that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother thing. Yeah. But no, I mean, I think that's awesome, especially like the fact that, you know, you intentionally still put yourself through just, you know, being a cop in the military, but also like the cross-train experience. Yeah. You're like, I'm going to figure this out so that way the next person can do it. I
had to.
You know, and I mean, again, a lot. I mean, the amount of people I've met that have cross-trained is like slim to none. Yes. You know, so I think it's awesome
they all say the same thing. Yeah. There was nobody knew. Nobody knew. They had to figure it out by themselves. Yeah. But I also just want to touch on this one thing. I didn't have a mentor. I can't name one mentor that I had. So I always tried to be the person that I wish I had as a younger airman. So I think that's why I was put in those roles, but I also found myself assuming those roles too. Okay. I don't know if it was because I know I'm going to assume it anyway, or I know they're going to put me in it, so I may as well embrace it. But like, I didn't have a mentor, and with me being a senior airman and that being an airman or A1C, I was like, you know what, come on girl, because we got to get it.
Yeah.
Because if you fail, we all fail.
Right.
And when I say we all, I mean all of us girls on flight.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
So there was that. I didn't have a mentor, so I needed to be a mentor, and I didn't know anybody that knew how to retrain. So I became the person that helped.
Yeah. Love that.
And it's interesting because it worked out so well that I actually helped my husband retrain.
Stop, really?
Yeah, because
That's
I was
awesome.
Security Forces and he was maintenance.
Oh.
And so I retrained and did everything. So when he finally hit his window,
oh, girl, that's awesome.
and then we both. So he's now education and training.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I wanted to get into that.
I wanted to do that
awesome.
too.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wanted to do that too, but then I saw myself, I was like, when I see myself as a retiree, I don't see myself as a retired cop. I see myself as like a 67-year-old retired nurse. And that's why I chose the job that I chose.
Okay, got you. So going into nursing, everything like that, did you regret anything about going into it? You know, was there something that made you say, should I have done this? Should I have cross-trained? No. Okay, so no regrets.
No regrets.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out what kind of nurse I want to be, because I knew choosing. So to clarify, my job in the Air Force as medical was not a nurse. I was not paramedic. I was an EMT.
Okay.
So I was an EMT, but it looks different in different places. So,
okay, because I looked up the AFSC and it was like Aerospace Medical. Yeah, and I was like, ooh, what's that?
So it looks different everywhere you go. So when I worked in the clinic, it was vitals, blood pressure, height, weight. What are you here for?
Okay.
Like basically, I'm talking to you before the doctor comes in.
Okay, so
Easy.
you're that one. Yeah.
Easy,
Okay. Yeah.
However,
Got it. Okay.
working in the ER, I'm doing chest compressions. I'm doing CPR. I'm passing meds and helping out with the nurses and the providers. Working in labor and delivery, I'm like catching the baby.
You had to do that?
I didn't get to because I wasn't in long enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
but that job, if let's say you did 20, you would end up like delivering babies. Oh
so
my gosh.
like as the baby comes out, I'm the one standing there with like the blue blanket and like rubbing it and making sure that it starts to cry.
That's
Obviously
crazy.
the doctor and the nurse are doing everything, but like then when they deliver the placenta, it's my job to like get the samples from the placenta and the umbilical cord and stuff like that. I was never able to do it because I got out. I was that job for like maybe, when did I retrain? I went to my first base in 2022. So technically I did like 3.5 years as medical.
Okay.
Yeah, as medical.
Wow.
But it was great. And I knew people, like when I do, because we do cross train.
Yeah.
We do tech school. So my tech school was from August all the way till January. I don't know how many months how many months is that?
That's like 5 months.
Yeah. So I had a very extensive tech school.
Yeah.
And you have to go to all those different places. I finessed so many labor and delivery shifts. Really? It was amazing. And that's when I decided I want to be an L&D nurse.
Okay.
I want to be a labor and delivery nurse when I grow up.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
So now.
Wait, you were asking me about regrets.
Oh, yes.
I haven't hit any regrets. Okay. It wasn't until I got out and I started working at a civilian ER as my first civilian job as a veteran.
Crazy.
Talking to them nurses.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still want to do it.
Yeah.
Because they hate their lives. But they were nurses during COVID, so they've seen a lot. So that is a different trauma.
Okay.
And no matter how much I think about other things to do, I still want to be a nurse.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I got a twinge of regret when I was like, oh my God, I'm talking to 6 nurses and all of them hate it. Yeah. And I'm like, is that something I want to do?
See, and that's the thing, because it's like the audience that you have coming from military, right?
Yeah.
To civilian. It's like the type of feedback you get. It's like, okay, well, they can't really relate to like how the military was, but then obviously, you can't really relate to how the civilian
life is.
So it's like conflicting. So I really feel like it's one of those things. You have to be there. See how it is. Yeah. And I can't wait to like talk to you like a year or two from now. Be like, girl, how is it? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's really exciting. Okay, so you still have interest in the labor and delivery.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay. So now, you got out.
Yeah. Sorry.
You worked at your civilian job.
Yes.
What was the shift like? Like how was that transition?
Oh my God. My first shift was amazing. I don't remember what happened, but I remember making a TikTok, and it was like, this is me before my first 12-hour shift.
I saw those, yeah.
And then this is me after, and it was amazing. It was everything I wanted.
Oh, okay.
And I worked there from December all the way until April 30th.
Okay.
And it was interesting.
Okay.
It was interesting. I think I have a love for ER. Okay. But it's not my passion. Okay. If for some reason I find myself not wanting to do labor and delivery or wanting to explore other things, I would give emergency medicine a try. Okay. But it's not it's a backup plan. Let's say that it's a backup plan.
So regardless nursing, like for sure. Like
that's
your
nursing.
thing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be a nurse.
Okay. That's awesome. I think it's cool that you have, an idea of where you belong, where you want to go. Yes. Because I will say, like, as far as for me, when I separated, I was like, I knew I still wanted to do some type of like construction, engineering thing, but I didn't really know, where to go. Yeah. But there's a lot of veterans, active duty people who they have literally no idea, right?
No clue.
So if you were talking to someone that's active duty right now that's thinking about getting out, but they're like,
I love this question.
But they're like, I have no idea what I want to do. Yeah. Like, what kind of advice would you give them with the experiences that you went through?
I would say stay in until you figure out what you want to do.
Okay.
Do not get out, because that's how you become homeless living under the 215.
Yeah.
I would say, because I did that. That's why I extended a year, because I was pregnant. I'm not going to go get a job because I'm pregnant. I'm not going to start school because I'm pregnant. Nobody's going to hire me because I'm pregnant. Right. So I'm like, this is not a good situation to be in. Right. So I'm going to stay in, continue to get paid, make a plan, and we'll revisit this again. Yeah. If you think you want to get out, but you don't know what you would do, don't get out. Because
I agree.
they already look at you crazy because you're a veteran. A lot of people love veterans. Yeah. But a lot of people hate to see us coming. Oh, yeah. Because we have so many entitlements, so many benefits. I had somebody tell me that they don't think as a veteran you should get 100% if you've never deployed, never been to war. And I said, that's really interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
But it came from like...
Was it an old head?
No.
Oh, really?
She was probably like 37, 35. She's not in the military.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. But she was like... And then I had somebody tell me like, what? You having a C-section is a disability? I never had a C-section. We weren't talking about me specifically. Okay. But she was like, having a C-section is a disability? Like... Nobody would care about that as a civilian.
It's like, what?
So that's what I say. When I say they hate to see, a lot of people like veterans. Yeah. They like our work ethic. They like our discipline. And they like our drive. But a lot of people do not like it because we have certain entitlements and certain benefits that they don't get. They will never experience.
Yeah. It's funny that you said that, because there was one time I was going through Taco Bell, right? And I was like, oh, hi, do you guys have military discount? The girl goes, damn, what else do y'all want? I was like, see? Oh my God. I was like, McDonald's does military discount.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, I found out certain locations because I went to a McDonald's here and in McDonald's in North Carolina, they did it. Yeah. And there was a McDonald's here, like off of Sahara. I was like, oh, do you guys get military discount? The girl looked at me like, really? Military discount McDonald's? I said, okay, first of all, y'all do it. Yeah. Maybe not here, but McDonald's does military discount. I'm just like, yo, my bad, you know? But you're so right. Like, some people either love you or they hate you.
Yeah, there's no in between.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay.
Side note, Dunkin' Donuts says military discount.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
I didn't know this because my TMO just came on Friday, where they came to pick up all our furniture and stuff. Okay. And I'm the good customer where I got all 5 of them coffee.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I got a dozen donuts.
You're so cute.
My total was $47. $47 at Dunkin' Donuts is
that's crazy. Yeah.
Starbucks?
I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah. Dunkin'.
Dunkin'
yeah.
is crazy. I can get hash browns, bacon, and a small coffee.
Yeah, you can order.
for
I feel like you can order like the whole
$6.
menu.
Yeah. So my little normal Dunkin' Donuts is like probably like
crazy.
$11,
Yeah.
maybe $6, $6.33 actually. But I got 6 coffees.
Okay.
And they were large.
Okay.
Like I get a small because I'm caffeine sensitive.
Oh, really?
I get a small, and they had like large regulars, which are like them good size mediums. And I got a dozen donuts, and it was like $47.
Damn.
And it was all stuff like mine is like oat milk, caramel drizzle, add pistachio, no milk, add oat milk only, add no creamer, stuff like that.
Yeah,
He said medium hot cappuccino. I said, can you tell that everybody I'm ordering for? I said, can you tell everybody I'm ordering for is like over the age of 40? He said, yeah, I could tell.
Stop.
And so he was like, what do you, I was like, yeah, I'm getting on my movers. I'm moving, I'm military, blah, blah, blah. He was like, you're military? I said, yeah. He said, you know, we got a discount. I said, shut up, give it to me. It was like $6, but it was $6 less than I would have had to. But yeah, so side plug, Dunkin' has military discount. I just found out.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that. I haven't been to Dunkin' like mad long.
I will never go to Starbucks again.
Really?
I mean, I'm going to because I got a gift card for Mother's Day. But
I
Dunkin'
still don't know
is
the
that
sizes.
girl.
I'd be like, can I get the little one? The Fendi and the Grande girl.
Fendi?
Fendi?
Fendi.
It's
Venti.
Fenty? See, that's what I'm talking about.
She
I do
said
not.
Fendi with
Fendi.
a D, and then she said Fenty with a T. Ooh, Rihanna.
said Rihanna, right?
Let me find out.
Yeah, see, that's how you know. Like, I
Yeah.
just feel like can I get a small one, a big one? Like, I don't know. But yeah, Starbucks is definitely overpriced for sure. But
Yeah, I mean it's good,
it is good.
but I'll go there
Dunkin's
with
good too.
I will go there with my gift card,
Okay.
but they're not getting my black dollar. They gonna get my husband's because he bought the gift card.
That's
But
funny.
they're not getting mine. No, ma'am.
You
Never
crack me
again.
up. All right, wait. So
Sorry.
no, you're fine. So back to the whole like people like military, not like military.
Yes.
So I will say like that's actually one of the reasons why I came all the way out here is because my friend told me like, yo, they love veterans, and
Yeah,
I
they
was
do.
like, I was struggling to find a job in North Carolina, like bad, and I was like, freak it, like I'm just gonna go off a whim.
Yeah.
And I will say too, like, when you're separating, like, kind of have a idea of where you want to go.
Yes.
Because when I separated, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. I'll just like stay put and stay where I'm at, you know? And I mean, again, it kind of goes into like one of those things where maybe you think you know where you want to go, and then you go and then you hate it. That's like part of the whole process.
Yeah,
at the end
you
of the
have
day.
to discover
Yeah, but it is good to have an idea.
Like we said, plan,
Yeah.
and then prepare for those plans to not go through.
For sure. Yeah.
Have an idea of where you want to settle, or at least start your journey. One of my friends just moved to Boston. Girl, what is in Boston? I don't know, but so far she's loving it.
Yeah.
When I found out that we were going to Texas kind of scares me because of the politics. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, especially the state of the world right now.
Right.
So Texas kind of terrifies me. But since we're going to San Antonio, which is literally where every Air Force member is born.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited.
There's so many people over there.
Literally.
Right now. Yeah, I'm
so
like, damn.
I'm so excited for San Antonio. I'm excited for Lackland because
for you.
San Antonio loves their military and they love their veterans.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a different experience than in Lackland and San Antonio than you did in North Carolina.
Right.
So,
yeah, no, definitely.
And nursing. I'm going to hopefully work at BAMC in Jesus' name.
Okay. Hey.
We'll see.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, okay, now in regards to the nursing thing.
Yes.
So now once you get to Texas, are you going, boom, like straight to school or what?
Okay, so
What's your plan?
right now my plan is still in the making, but we literally leave next Sunday. Today is Sunday.
crazy.
Next Sunday we are driving
I'm
out
so
at like
sad.
4 a.m.
That's crazy.
But so as of right now, my daughter is about to graduate kindergarten on Friday. So it's summertime.
Okay.
So she don't have school. I don't have a job. She doesn't have childcare.
Oh,
so right now I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm quite terrified.
Okay.
My son is gonna go to the CDC on base. I'm pretty sure. And I think I might want to start maybe like online classes.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna start working. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I really do want to take this summertime to go and like visit my family.
Yeah.
Because now that Kalia is starting first grade, like, you know, when they're in daycare, they didn't go to daycare all week, whatever. School, like, now they're calling, I'm going to jail because my child ain't been at school all week. You know what I mean? Like, now we were in kindergarten, now we're in first grade. Like, first grade's kind of for real.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take this summer and just gather up the kids, go visit my grandma, you know, like, just kind of like when we were kids. Like, in the summertime, that's when you went and visited family. Because during the school year, you don't really do much. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really travel as much. So I think I'm going to kind of take this summer to get settled, decide exactly what school I want to go to, which is another conversation. I've been applying anyway. I think I know what school I want to go to. But I think I might maybe pick up maybe an online class or two, maybe see what classes I still need as like prereqs. And maybe start knocking those out online this summer just for something to do. Some income too, maybe. Spend time with my kids, because when she starts school this fall, I want to be starting school in the fall. Like, we all go in school shopping. You know what I mean? So I want to hit the ground running. But since we're not there yet, we don't know how it's gonna. Like I said, you got to plan, but you also have to plan for none of that to go right. So right now we're kind of just gonna get there. We're gonna rent for a year, figure out where we want to live. Then we're gonna build. But you got to get there first to see, like, actually this looked real good online, but it's kind of ghetto for real.
Just
so like
get there. Baby steps. Honestly, baby steps. That's like the biggest thing, is just baby steps, you know.
I feel like it's a lot of anxiety. And it's kind of like Christmas is coming. So you have to get all the gifts, and then you have to make sure that that's what everybody wanted. And then the night before, you're freaked out, and then you wake up and you're there and it's Christmas, and you're like, okay, now I can relax.
And you can like breathe a little bit. No, for sure. Like, and that's the thing. I do recommend, you know, for people who are getting out, just take a little bit of time.
Take time. Like, not too much time,
but just, you know, at least a couple months to be like, breathe a little bit. Or, you know, like, if you have a lot of terminal saved up or whatever, like, intentionally use that time to just kind of chill a little bit, you know.
And speaking of terminal, look for a job on terminal leave. I was employed. I got my job. I found it I think I was already hired before I even started terminal.
I got my job on terminal too. And you can start your job on terminal. I didn't.
You can only start on terminal. Like, if you're not, you can't start if you're not on terminal. If you're on terminal, then you can start your job, which is great because you're getting paid military and you're getting paid from your new job.
Hello.
I was real good.
No, that's awesome. Okay, so when you, you know, terminal, getting out, everything like that. Let's talk about disability, right? So filing. I know that when you filed, you did BDD. Can you explain that? Can you explain what BDD stands for, and just like step one, like how did you start that?
I can't remember. Can I Google it?
Sure. Okay. I don't have my phone on me.
I did.
Like, I should know this.
One eternity later.
Okay, BDD claim is a benefits delivery at discharge. Okay, it's all coming back to me now. So you have different options. Based on where you are and when I say where you are, I mean based on, like, when do you get out? How long until you get out? That is based on the claim that you have. If you are 180 days to about 90 days, it's a BDD claim. BDD is where you've done the claim and everything, and you're it has had time for you to turn it in, submit it, resubmit it, they accept it, they review it for a year because they're gonna take forever. Not a year, but like, you did it 6 months early. So the earliest that you can file a BDD claim is 6 months prior to your separation date. Now, a BDD claim is from 180 days to, I want to say 90 days.
I feel like that sounds about right.
Yes, 180 days to 90 days before their separation from active duty, allowing for faster processing and potential benefit decisions the day after discharge. So the reason they want you to do a BDD claim is because by the time you've had 6 months, by the time you get out, everything should be done, and start getting paid?
So it's interesting, right? Because I filed for disability. I was in my 90-day window before I separated, right? Okay. And I didn't get my rating till 8 months later after my date of separation. Girl.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But the caveat to that is it's good to do the claim like that because they backdate you to your date of separation.
Yeah.
So I was like,
you got 8 months.
8 months worth of back pay. I thought I was like someone trying to steal my identity or something like that. I was like, what is this?
Oh
you know, because I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, mine took 8 months to get my rating.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I still started it while I was on terminal and everything because I was like, you know, I want to get it done, whatever. And it depends too because like for me, like sometimes they need a little bit more information. They may need a statement or whatever you know you claim. So yeah, mine took a little while, but I was also in tech school again for the reserves, and I was away. So I was getting mail. I had no idea I was getting mail from the VA. You know, so it took a little bit.
And you probably missed some appointments.
Yeah, for sure.
They scheduled them. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of them knocked out in the front end, but like towards the end, because I was thinking like, oh yeah, I'm like done. Yeah. No, I wasn't done.
No.
Yeah, but
everybody's experience is different though.
Yeah, but I will say like. I know, and this is like kind of, some people feel different about this, about claiming, like filing for disability.
Yeah.
I say file regardless because there's, and I think it goes back to like the imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like where you feel like you don't deserve to get disability.
Oh girl, not
like
me.
That. There's a lot of people that I've met that are like that. And I'm like, just file, because you know they'll tell me like, oh well, I feel like you know there's nothing wrong with me, but the VA has a totally different opinion of that, you know, because I went into it saying, okay, I'm claiming this, and then the doctor's like, you know you have this, right? And I'm like, no, I didn't know I had that. And it's just like, okay, cool, like I'm not gonna fight you on it. And there's a lot of people who are just like, no, I'm not gonna go. It's just like, just go.
Claim.
Just
document
for sure.
If you have free insurance. If your pinky finger hurts, go to the doctor, because your pinky finger hurts. And then 4 years from now, you are doing something and your pinky finger had been hurting, and now you realize that your pinky finger was actually fractured. Well, it's documented. Right. So it said 4 years ago you came in for pain and you got an MRI or a CT and they figured it out. Girl, you know you got cancer in your pinky finger? That's money. And obviously that is absolutely crazy. But like it comes like that. Like it's a concept. And on top of that, like you're not a doctor. You don't know. You have no idea. So, and things show up different places. Like, you may think you have ADHD, but it's not ADHD. It's actually anxiety that presents as ADHD. Yeah. That's me. Yeah. So I just say, you're not a doctor. You're not a psychiatrist. Go to the appointments. And if your doctor says, hey, you know, your back looking a little lopsided. Oh, my back is fine. Yeah, okay. You're in the gym 2 months from now and you hurt your back.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. And just document everything.
And you know what too I actually found interesting during my process, because the military knew that I had already hurt my back before joining, whatever. But because the military made it worse, you could still get a rating because of that. A lot of people were like, oh well, you know, if you mentioned it before you join, you're not going to get anything for it. That is not, that's not true.
Because I wish I would have brought this book. I actually just threw it out.
What book is it?
It's a book that I got during TAPS about like BDD claims and everything. Okay. And
I think I might still have mine, to be honest. I saved like a lot of stuff from TAPS.
I did, but since I moved, actually it's probably in a box on the way down to Texas right now. But it's in the book. It's like the way that they rate you. They rate you based on it happened in the military or the military made it worse. Like it's like that. Like I don't want to lie, but it's something along the lines of like it happened in the military. Like you didn't have this before the military, so this is military claimed. Then it's like, oh well, my back hurt, but the military made it worse. Right. And then it was something like, well, I had this issue, it got fixed, but it was aggravated or something like that. Yeah. But they have different branches, different like it looks like this, but well, this happened and then that happened. So just claim it, because you're not a doctor. You don't know everything. And there are things that we are entitled to as military veterans that just comes with the territory.
Right.
And so take advantage of your resources.
So now, the way that you filed, did you end up getting your rating like pretty fast, or did it take a while?
It was really fast.
Really
actually.
okay.
So
well, that's good.
a lot of people don't realize that you have to submit your DD-214. A lot of people did their BDD claim and thought that they were going to get their rating the day after they got out, because that's what they say. No, you have to do your BDD claim, and then the day after you get out, you get your DD-214. You need to upload your DD-214 to the VA app or the VA website, and that lets them know that you've gotten out.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes.
Okay.
So one of my girlfriends, she got out in April and didn't realize that she had to upload her DD-214 until like May.
She was out.
So she didn't even get paid till like, and you know they do it on arrears.
Yes.
So they pay you, like I got out in January, but I didn't get my first check till March 1st.
Okay.
Because I got out in January, so it was effective February 1st, which means I didn't start getting paid till March 1st. So yeah, but I got out January 6th. I got my 214 either that day or the next day.
Okay.
Actually, I think I had it. I just didn't know I had it. But I was looking for it. I was on the lookout for it. That's different. Because when you're not on the lookout for it, you don't know that they're waiting on you to send it. You're waiting on them to start paying you, but they're waiting on you to send your form.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that also shows them that you were honorable, because at the bottom of that 214 has that info that they need.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
I want to say I had my 214 probably like 3 days before I got out.
Okay.
And I uploaded it on the website as soon as I got it, as soon as I realized, which is probably like the next day.
Okay.
And then I got my rating on like the 23rd of January. I got out January 6th.
Oh, that's fast.
And
Okay.
I was at work.
Yeah.
And at that point, I had been checking every day.
Oh yeah.
And then
you're
my
checking
friends,
every day.
my
When
friends,
is it? When is
stop
it?
checking every day.
It's
Check,
so
like,
bad.
every week. So instead of every week, I started doing like every 3 days.
Yeah.
And then I think I checked one time and I was at my new civilian job and I saw that and I was like, I should clock out and quit.
Man, it's just
and I was
such
like,
a
no,
relief.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
But it was great.
it's
Yeah.
such a relief.
Yeah.
And the way that I found out too, I was like right on the app, the VA app.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll show
My
like
app
right on
wasn't
top.
working for some reason. So I had to like log in, which is fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I had been logging in for months at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was crazy.
Wow.
I
Okay.
was so happy. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
BDD claim 6 months early.
Yep.
Put that on your calendar. I had it on my calendar.
Yeah. Okay.
File your BDD. Congratulations, you're 6 months out. And then when I had moved, it moved it even further. So when I like moved, applied
the
for dates.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
put it on your calendar.
Put on your calendar. Just submit the, start the claim, submit it.
Start doing your
file,
research now. Start going to the doctor now. You should have been going to the doctor ever since you started.
Yeah.
First of all.
That's a good point.
Zoom in on me. First of all.
But and you know what? But you know what's crazy? And also make sure your stuff is actually documented, because I had my teeth. I had to get a night guard.
Okay.
And they had to put that like rubbery thing in my mouth to make it form to my mouth.
Yeah.
And there's no record of them
Really?
issuing me a night guard, nothing like that. So on the civilian side, it's like $300.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I'm just about to get braces again.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did they not document that?
I'm right there with you. I
please.
fainted when I had my daughter. I passed out. When I had my daughter, they were about to take out my catheter. They took out the epidural, so, okay, refresh. So long story short, I had delivered my child, they took out the epidural, they did everything. After so long, you need to get up and like start moving, right? They want you to start, you never had it. But they want you to start getting up and start moving.
Okay.
I'm like, they just took out my epidural, like I can't feel my legs. Oh, it's fine, 2 of us will help you go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm telling you, I can't feel my legs.
Stop.
All right, it's fine, we'll help you. They take me to the bathroom. I think I pee, maybe I can't, I don't know. And now it's time for me to go back. Thankfully, I had a bathroom in my hospital room. So I just
Okay.
It was fine.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was walking down a hallway or anything. But long story short,
that's crazy.
I'm getting up off the toilet and I had just had a vaginal birth. So I have like pads and gauze and witch hazel and aloe vera gel and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I had
Oh my
two
gosh.
two officers help me to the bathroom because I can't feel my legs. Now that I'm going back to the bed, I only have one. Girl, I told her I can't feel my legs. It's fine, we'll help you. So now I'm up off the toilet and we're about to walk back.
Stop.
I faint. I like fall. My legs give out.
Stop it.
My eyes are closed, but I can hear everything. My daughter's 6 also, so I still remember this. I have my eyes closed and I fell with my legs back like this. So both my legs,
Your body's like clink.
yeah,
like
both my
pretzel.
legs are
Stop
like this.
it.
And the nurse is behind me.
Stop it.
Because I fell. My legs are bent back and
No.
she's like under my arms like, we need help in
No.
here. She fell. And I'm just like, I told you I couldn't feel my legs.
That's crazy.
Because an epidural numbs you from the waist down so you can have a baby.
Yeah.
And so the fact that they had just taken it out of my back, which is a long needle,
I heard
they had just taken it out my back and they're trying to get me to get up and pee. I say all that to say
crazy.
that is nowhere in my record that I fainted and I fell on this nurse.
And you gave birth on base.
On RAF Lake and Heath.
Damn.
UK.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
I gave birth on base both times.
I heard it's scary to like give birth on base. Is that true?
In a
It just
foreign
depends?
country, I would stay on base.
Okay.
But I'm never having any more kids, so thank God I did it both on base.
Yeah.
But I feel like medicine itself is kind of scary, which is why I want to be an L&D nurse so I can help the mommy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yo, I can see like you're gonna be so
Everybody
great.
says I can totally see that.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're such a
Were you gonna say
caring,
nurturing?
Nurturing, yeah, and such a nurturing person. I mean, just talking to you, like even when I met you, freaking 9 years ago, like. So we went to boot camp together, by the way.
We're BMT sisters.
Crazy, like, oh my gosh. And I mean, yeah, when I met you then, I was like, she's so sweet and so nice, you know? And it's like, you're the same
I was
person
not
now.
the same person I am now. Ooh, y'all, the Lord has saved
I mean,
me.
you know what? Thank God for
Growth.
change,
Yes.
breakthrough,
Yes,
and all that.
Lord.
Because, yeah, I am not the same. I mean,
Yeah.
you met me, I had short hair.
I was thinking
my
that.
short hair?
Girl, she was bald headed.
Yo,
she had
everyone-
a full pixie cut.
Yo.
Why did you do that? Everybody says when you join the military, go short because it's less maintenance.
Oh, I went short.
She went
Like,
She had 2 centimeters. She had 2 scoops of hair.
no,
she
like
probably had a
none
half a
of
scoop
this.
hair.
This was non existent.
No.
And it's so funny too. I'll put the
have a
photo. In
photo?
the, I do have a photo. Yeah, because
She gonna put it right here.
Right. Yeah, I freaking, because before I left, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm scared, I'm terrified. I don't want to
Yeah.
worry about my hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna cut it.
Keep it long so you can
Yo.
put that shit in a ponytail.
Oh
bro.
my gosh. I cut like all my hair off, and it was so funny. You know what I remember? I remember like all of us. It was like me, you, Curtis, I think Murphy, yeah, and I think Thomas was there too. And we're like all walking in a little flight, and we weren't even supposed to be talking. And somebody said something, and I said something about my boyfriend, and y'all all stopped and looked at me, and you were like,
You have a boyfriend?
We thought you was a lesbian.
You have this much hair.
Bruh.
Yo, I know. And I was like,
Oh.
what?
Yeah.
Yo, it was just so funny how you all just stopped and looked at me and were like, what? And I was like, what's going on, guys? Yeah, like I have a...
You know my memory I have of you? You and Murphy standing on the bed singing.
Damn, which one?
Oh. No, it's not that one. It's one of the
This
other
is how we
ones.
do it.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is how we do it.
That
I
is
told
her
Jordan,
song.
That is my
That is
song.
her song.
Don't play that song around me. I'll sing the whole thing.
And we're in boot camp. This girl is standing on the bed. Y'all, if a MTI came in,
Oh, yeah,
all of us would have been done
Done
for.
for.
But you and Murphy were standing on the bed and y'all were jumping from bed to bed.
I don't even
singing
remember
that song. I'm like, you know, that's the song that they play at all the cookouts, but nobody actually knows the words.
Yeah, I know.
Not
We said
these
the-
two bitches.
the
They
whole
knew the
thing.
whole whole song. And it was just so much fun.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it was such good times. Such good times.
So if you're going to boot camp, do not cut your hair off.
Oh yeah.
Just keep it long so that you can put it in a ponytail, because you're gonna want that shit in a ponytail.
Yeah,
Short hair is more maintenance. Nobody says that. I don't know
yeah,
why.
I can't believe I did that. But yeah, so you don't
Would
have
you
to
do it
cut
again?
I thought about it. So I actually did it a second time.
Really?
Yeah, when I was in Alaska, I did it in 2018, I think I did it.
But did you do it how you did it, or did you have like more of a style?
Girl,
now?
no. It was like maybe half-inch longer. Like I did it the same.
It was a little bit more feminine.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like it definitely wasn't given like butch or nothing like that.
She was giving
I
butch
was
when we
giving
met her,
butch
y'all.
woman. Yeah.
But it was
sure.
because in basic training, you can't have lashes, eyebrows, lip gloss.
yeah. I mean,
I don't even think
yeah.
you can have chapstick.
I don't even know.
I think we had chapstick, but like we were Thomas was threading our eyebrows with the sewing kit.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
I don't
she
think
was
she did
get
mine.
she did mine. She did me
Yeah?
and Cooper's, I'm pretty
That
sure.
is hilarious.
And she was, because she was in cosmetology school before she joined.
Okay.
And remember, I'll never forget
funny.
Technical Sergeant Evans, our MTI.
Ooh.
She was like, "What y'all been doing in here?" She said, "Y'all the goodest
Done
looking."
up. Yeah,
She
yeah,
said,
I
"Y'all the
remember
most
that.
cutest flight I have ever had. What are y'all doing?" And we're like, "Ma'am, training green reports is ordered. We're using our resources wisely, ma'am."
I love that.
Yeah.
Not the reporting statement.
Yes.
Oh
Isn't
my
that
God.
crazy?
Give me your 321.
Yeah, I never had no 341. I was always giving them up. I was so in trouble.
Man, good times though.
Yeah.
Good times. It's crazy how we both ended up here too.
Yes.
I'm sad that you're leaving. But
I wish Murphy was here.
I know, me too. She's living her best life in Korea.
Yeah, she
Right
did.
now.
I just texted her earlier. We were
Yeah.
just talking earlier.
It's wild,
Yeah.
and that's the thing too. Like joining the military, I mean, you run into people that you thought you would never see again. Like,
Yes.
I mean, when I found out
The
you guys
world
were
is small
here-
and the Air Force is even smaller. Yeah.
Smaller. So yeah, and when I ran into that, when I knew you guys were here, I was like, oh my, like that is crazy.
Yes.
And it's sad that you both are leaving, but you know,
Yeah.
I mean, she left
We'll
already.
find each other.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And your reserve. Who knows?
Yeah.
You might leave Vegas.
Honestly.
You think about it?
Oh, I mean, eventually I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see myself doing like no 20 years here.
No.
Or not like that. No.
It's too much. Girl, I'm
Yeah,
sitting in
no. This
TLF
heat-
and I can hear EDC.
Oh yeah.
It was like 2 o'clock. My baby woke
Oh,
up
my
for a
God.
bottle.
Really?
And he pooped
Oh.
all over the place. It was horrible. But I'm like, Daniel, is there somebody, like, I thought somebody was like outside jamming in their car.
really?
Girl, I go
It is
outside
like
my
that,
hotel and all I see in the sky is like the little strobe lights.
Yeah. Right.
I said, they are over there bumping. Now,
bumping.
I'm next
Well,
to
they
the
leave from this parking lot
commissary.
right here. So this whole parking lot, there's a bunch of buses.
Oh,
They're
I
all-
see it.
Yeah, this is
Like
where they
campers
get
and
dropped
stuff?
off. And this is because they have to bus there because you can't
Okay,
take your car.
yeah.
So this is where they all get dropped
And
off.
you be seeing all of them in bikini
All of
tops
them.
and rhinestones. They look crazy.
I'm like,
but
hey,
Vegas
you know,
is not
hey.
a real place.
Yeah.
Vegas is definitely a fake place for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be leaving.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm good right now. I
Yeah.
do, of course, eventually.
Yeah, just
do
a
see
couple
myself
years.
leaving. Yeah.
Just for funsies.
Yeah. But I just can't believe you're going to Texas. I'm so excited for you. I really, truly am.
Thank you. I'm
Right.
excited.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a little bit nervous because you're packing up your whole life
Right.
and moving.
Yeah.
But this is also
always
like
nervous.
time number 4.
Yeah.
This is like our 4th. I think this is my 4th base. Turkey, England, Idaho, Vegas. Turkey, England, Idaho,
Idaho?
Vegas, Texas. Yeah, Idaho was my 3rd base after England.
That's crazy.
That was the
That's
place that we
crazy.
went. Yeah, it was crazy. That was where we went when I retrained. So technically on paper, I was there from January to February.
Okay.
But I got there in January and I left for Tech School in August.
Oh,
and I
okay.
didn't come, I was gone August to January. I had 17 days to drive from San Antonio, Texas, back to Idaho, out process, and get in my car and drive 9 hours to Vegas.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we did it though.
Yeah. That's wild.
I think Idaho was what we needed. I would never go back. But that was
Isn't that
what
where the
we
Mormons are?
needed. Yeah,
That's like Mormon City.
Idaho,
Utah.
same
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
4 hours from each other. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
They gave us KKK briefings in the newcomers brief.
Stop it.
Yeah, Idaho is, I would never go back for sure.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's like when you go to Alaska, they give you like moose briefings.
Yeah, because there's so many
There's
animals.
like moose. Yeah, but like KKK is great.
Diabolical.
That's wild.
And this is 2021.
Nah.
Yeah. So for me, Idaho was what we needed we knew it was what we needed at the time.
Yeah.
And I say that because I was able to retrain. My husband, we lived on base
Okay.
So Daniel was a single dad from August to January.
Yeah.
Just with Kalia. She was like 2.
Okay.
And he, pretty much didn't have to leave base. Like he was working, she was at the CDC on base. We lived on base. So he would go to work, drop her off, go to work, go to the gym, go pick her up, go home, all without even leaving base.
Wow.
So it's almost like my family was like protected while I was in Texas for 6 months.
Gotcha.
So it was like, it was
That's
what we
good.
needed at that time.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that everything, worked out.
Yeah.
And, again, I'm super excited for you. And like I said, I already know no matter what you do, where you go, whatever you get involved in, like you're gonna be just fine.
Oh,
yeah, you're gonna thrive.
You.
have
I'm
the,
so nervous.
You have the personality. I mean, you have the resilience, like everything. Like I know you're gonna be just great.
You know how you say like imposter syndrome? I didn't get imposter syndrome when I was doing my disability, but I get it like that. Like when people tell me like, you're so, and I'm like, what? Little old me, shut up, stop it.
Yeah.
I'm a mess. But that's when I get imposter syndrome.
Yeah, but no, you could definitely like, you have the grit and everything like that. So I'm super excited for you. I want to thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun. I love to talk. I got the gift of gab.
Man, I was like, I'm just so like, literally you were the first person I thought of. I said I have to ask Myracal.
I gotta ask Myracal because she talks so much.
Man, I'm just like, we can just do,
Absolutely.
So
I wish I was gonna be here longer.
Yeah.
So that like, because this is information that I wish I had. This is information that I wish there was a YouTube channel, and I really do hope that you flourish in this and grow in this and get more people, because like this is information that you really had to be there. Yeah. Like you gotta live through it in order to know.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's like, but at the same time, there's so many people that are living this right now, that have lived this, and it's just so much information. It's just a plethora of knowledge.
It is. So. And I really want to make sure that like, there's kind of 2 types of people I want this channel for. So really for someone who's active duty that's just like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Or like, I want to separate, but like, how's life for real? Yeah. Yeah.
Because everybody says, oh, it's amazing. I would, oh my God, I really would.
It's the best thing in the world. Yeah. It can be.
Have you thought about going back?
Have I? Yeah. What? Absolutely.
See, but nobody would admit that.
A million times. A million times.
I haven't, but I have missed the camaraderie. Like, I'm about to move to a whole new state. Technically, when you first start a job, your first friends are your coworkers. Yeah. Right? Like, you get to that state, you get to that base, you report to your unit, and they assigned you a new best friend who's literally like a sponsor.
And it's like forced, but like it's also like cool. Cause
especially if we vibe. Like that's your first friend. And then eventually you go to work every day, you meet people through your new job. I don't have that.
Civilian life is very different.
Yes, and they don't like you. Military life, you're like almost forced to, we got a new worker today, blah, blah, blah. Like, now we're cool. We have to hang out. We work together. Civilian life, they go in, clock in, and
they don't
leave.
Give a damn.
They don't.
And I experienced my experience with that was really bad when I got out.
Mine
so it made me miss, like, I was calling up my friends and stuff like that. And this is how this whole idea came about, because I'm like,
I wish somebody would have told me that.
I wish someone would have told me that, but I'm like, is there anyone else feeling the same way I'm feeling? Like, am I tripping right now? Like, is this supposed to be this hard?
Am I sensitive, or are they just being mean to me? When I first got there, they were not welcoming at all. No. And then later, they're like, oh my God, we're so sad you're leaving. I'm like, well, you guys didn't even like me when I first got here. They're like, well, actually, we really love you. Like, but it took forever. I want to say we didn't even become cool until March. My last day was April 30th. Yeah, I started working December 16th.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
So like,
it takes so much time, and it may not ever come.
It may not ever come. Yeah. Honestly, it probably came a month before I left. Maybe a month and a half. Like, to the point where, like, when it was my last week, instead, like, we had like a little potluck. Somebody actually died that day, so it wasn't a great day. But after I left, we had like a girls' night where we went to do karaoke that night. Okay. They like had so much fun. They were all so drunk. And they were like, oh my, they loved me.
Yeah.
But they did not like me when I first got there.
Yeah.
And they just weren't nice. And they were like, well, we didn't know you, da, da, da. I'm like, I realized that I like you until I have a reason not to like you.
Yeah, right.
But that's me. Everybody else doesn't like you until they have a reason to like you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I learned that from during my transition from military to civilian.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it sucks though.
It really does, because like you said, when you're in the military, it's like, yeah, you're forced to like for them to adopt you. Yeah. But everyone went through it.
Yeah.
So it's like
they all know.
They all know how it feels. Yeah. Versus civilian world, it's like, hey guys,
they've been working here for 10 years. They've been working at the same place for 5, 7, 10 years, and they're like, who's this girl?
Yeah, like I remember when I walked in my job, they were like, so like, do you have a degree too? And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, no. And they're like, well, how'd you get this job? Like, it was mad weird. I'm like, and then they were all younger than me. Yeah. They all graduated college. Yeah. So they were like 22, 21, 22. And I'm over here. I felt old as hell. I'm over here. I was like, what, 27? I'm like, I'm 27, da da da. And it was just, I hated it. It was absolutely like terrible. So that is definitely one thing to keep in mind. Like, civilian life is very different in regards to that. And then the second audience that this is, for is for people who are already out that like just feel like they're like alone in this. Yeah. Kind of like having the feelings that I felt. It's like no one else is experiencing this. I'm the only one struggling. And the thing is too is like, when I was in, there were people literally telling me like, oh, you're gonna go work at Walmart? You're gonna go work at McDonald's? And I was like, yo, what? Yeah, so it made me
scared to get out.
Scared to get out. It made me scared to tell anybody what I was going through. Yeah. And I'm like, there's no way I'm letting anybody know that I'm struggling. Yeah. And it was like, but when I started talking to like my really close people, I was like, yo, there's a lot of people going through this. Yeah. And so, I just want people to like really feel like you're not alone. Yes. There's other people there for you. I mean, a text, a call, there's social media, you can reach out. Like, there's always some type of way to get help, for sure. So if you ever feel like that, I mean, this is what I created the channel for. I mean, the people that are going to be coming on this channel as well, like, you can reach out to them for questions. And that's why I like to tell people, you're a mom, you're a wife. Me, like, our separations were totally two different stories. I don't have a husband, I don't have kids. So it's like, I want people to be like, oh, I can relate. I can relate to Myracal. I can relate to Yvonne, Absolutely. So, I just think it's really important for, for us to at least continue to stay close as much as possible. Absolutely. Even though we go our own ways, and everything like that. So before we end it, is there any final words that you have for, like I said, anyone watching, advice, tips, tricks, whatever, any final words that you have for anybody?
Okay, my piece of advice, you know yourself, you know what you can and can't handle, and you know what you're willing to handle and what you're not willing to handle, what you're willing to go through and stuff like that. So a lot of times we find ourselves doing things because, oh, I'm not ready, or I want to get out, but I'm not ready to get out. But then we start talking to people, and then, like you said, people are like, well, why would you want to get out? Do you know how many people ask me on a daily, you did 9 years? How come you didn't just stay in and do 20? Well, why don't you join, and then you tell me why I decided not? You know what I mean? Right. So
good point.
Choose what you're going to do. Nobody knows you better than you. So choose what you're going to do, and balls to the wall, do it. Obviously make good choices and don't do anything stupid. But like, there are always going to be people, because there are people in the military today that are on year 17 and they wanted to get out at 4. Yeah. But they didn't because they were scared, or somebody told them not to. Right. So many people in now are saying, suck it up for a check. Yeah. You don't have to suck it up. You can get out and still get a check. Right. You know what I mean? And do the things that you actually want to do, that you're actually passionate about. So find out what you want to do. Yeah. And just stick to it, and don't let anybody talk you out of it, because like I said, there are people that are about to retire, and they did their 20, but they did their 20 because they were forced to, because they were scared to, and they didn't have anybody encouraging them to pursue. So now they've done 20 years as a cop when they actually wanted to be an engineer. And now,
Right.
also another thing, and I'm gonna end with this, is people get out the military and now they're starting a whole new life.
Whole new life.
However, the difference is retiring at 20, you are, say you joined at 18.
Yeah.
What are you, 38?
Yeah.
Almost 40, right?
Right.
So now you're 40 years old. You might have gotten a degree while you were in.
Yeah.
You might
Or
not have.
Right.
And now you're applying for a job, but you've been working the same job for 20 years.
Yeah.
So now you're a 40-year-old civilian trying to go get a job when there's a hot young, not female or anything, but there's a young, bushy-tailed, big-eyed 22-year-old who just graduated college, and wants to do the same job that you're doing.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
That's a good
so
point.
now people are doing the interviews, and I have to hire one of you. One of you are 22 and just graduated. You're young, you're ready, you're fresh.
Right.
And then I have a 40-year-old who is an Air Force veteran who has been in the military for 20
stuck in their
years.
ways.
Stuck in their ways. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
Wait, is that how that goes?
Old. You can't teach a
A new dog old tricks. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks because that old dog is stuck in their ways. So I hate to say it, but a lot of times they choose that 22-year-old who is impressionable.
Girl.
They are impressionable, and they can mold them into the person that, or the employee that they want to mold them into. They're not going to choose that 40-year-old. Right. So I say all that to say, life is short, and it's never too late. But I don't want to say waste your time, because it's not a waste of time. But if you're not passionate about it, go find something that you're passionate about.
And again, it all depends on you.
Yes.
You know what's best for you. If you know, I want to stay in, I love wearing uniforms, then just stay in.
Yeah, stay in, absolutely.
Yeah,
but go reserve and then still stay in.
Yeah, and that's a whole other thing.
Yes, go reserve and still do your passion, and then that 1 week in a month, you're in the military again.
Right.
You know, who knows?
Yeah. There's so many different things, but definitely, stay true to yourself. And just trust your instinct, but reach out to people, get advice, ask the questions. That's what we're here for. That's what your other veterans are here for as well. So I think that's all that we have for today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm actually going to put Myracal's social media on the screen, so that way if you guys have any questions, especially for those that have a similar life situation to her, you can ask away. Again, we are here for you 1000%. And thank you again for tuning in. So until next time. Bye guys.
Action.
Action.